Hey everyone, this is Jenny from Homestead Corner, and today we're going to talk a little bit about peanut butter powder. Peanut butter is one of those things that I think is super important to have in your preps, but peanut butter doesn't last a long time. A few years sealed in the jar usually is all you're going to get out of it. It's not a long-term food. When I think long-term, I'm thinking 5 years or more, 4 or 5 years. Definitely, you want it to last a while when you're thinking of long-term foods. But so that's where I think peanut butter powder comes into play. And you can get tons of different brands of peanut butter powder. You can get it with sugar, without sugar. Peanut butter without sugar definitely has a different flavor than with sugar. So whatever it is that you're used to, I think is a good thing to pay attention to. And if you can only get it without sugar, you can always add a little bit to it when you mix it. You just want to be careful. You don't really need that much. But I usually go with the peanut butter powder with a little bit of sugar in it. You don't have to think about it. You just add water. This is from 2017. And this jar is, I usually vacuum seal these. When I get it, when you buy it, it comes usually in plastic containers or a plastic bag or something like that. There are tons of different brands to get. But it's not going to last forever in that bag. I don't think that is decent packaging. And most of those only have 1.5 to 2 years shelf life on the peanut butter powder in that packaging. But this is 3 years old. It is still just as good today as it was when I put it in this jar. It's a little worn off, but these are, if you package it and seal it, I just vacuum seal it in a jar, and then once I open it, I put a ring, you use a ring on it, and then I try to use it up within 6 months. So that's why I put it in smaller jars. We do not love this as a peanut butter, just on bread for like peanut butter and jelly. We've tried it a whole bunch of different ways, and there are lots of great uses for it that we do like. But there, as a peanut butter sandwich, just on a cracker, just as peanut butter, it doesn't have quite the same flavor. It's not our favorite, definitely. So I keep plenty of regular peanut butter that we do love in the house that's going to go us as long as it will last. I think it's important to keep tons of peanut butter, but your peanut butter powders are really good for baking. It's super easy to use. It doesn't take all that much work at all. You can mix up a peanut butter spread like you would normally use on your sandwiches or something like that. Just all the containers will have instructions. It's like 2 tablespoons of powder to 1 to 1.5 tablespoons of water. And that's it, and you've got your little spread. And you can see that over here. It's super easy to do, but I don't love the flavor like that. And the ones with a little bit of sugar in are the better ones that I like, but we haven't found any that we really like just straight up peanut butter. So we do keep the regular peanut butter. But this is wonderful if you have like bran muffins or like oatmeal muffins and you want to add like a peanut butter topping. It is super easy to throw a little glaze together that you can drizzle over the top of the muffin, and it's really good like that. You just want to make it a little thinner and just a little more water in it and get it to the consistency that you like. If you add too much water, you can add a little bit more powder. So, you really can adjust it to exactly how you like. We do like it in baking. Peanut butter cookies, it works pretty good for. But I try to reserve this for later. We keep quite a bit of peanut butter in the house. I look at the powder as an emergency item, and I don't rotate it as much as I do other items. because it will last in the pantry as long as you have got it sealed up. Air is your enemy. Once you open these, they are only going to last about 7 months, and then you notice the flavor starts to change a little bit. It starts to take on like a stale flavor, and we don't particularly love the powders, but we have used a bunch of different kinds, and I will put links to some different kinds that we have used in the past that I think are good powders. But you know, we each have, everyone's going to have a favorite, and you can get organic, non-GMO, just straight up peanut butter powder that, you know, has more stuff in it that's not going to be as good for you, but they're all going to give you some protein into your diet when you need that extra protein. So I think it's important to go with what's important to you. If it's price, obviously you're going to go with the cheaper one. If it's organic, there are lots of good organic powders out there, and there are lots of good non-GMO powders. I try to go organic when I can on most items, but I can't afford everything organic, especially when you have a big family. It gets really, really expensive, and it's very difficult to have all organic when it's not available in your area. And I totally understand that, because our organic section at the grocery store is wee small. And we don't have a lot of grocery stores, so we have to get what we can. And but peanut butter powders are a great way to go. A couple scoops in your smoothie to increase protein. You can just put it right in. It gives it a good little flavor. I drink like a vanilla protein shake, and you could put a little bit of this in there just to mix up the flavor a little bit. That's nice. Any kind of granola bars, anything like that, put it in there. You get your protein in there with it, you know, along with your nuts and things, seeds and things like that in your granola. I think it's great for all those things. As a spread, not my favorite, but it'll do in a pinch. My daughters will eat it. They don't love it, but they said it's not bad. You know, I've tried it with all my kids, and all of us, we tried to use it a little more frequently, but it's just not our favorite. We do keep it though, because I think it's important to have in those situations when you cannot get peanut butter. You're going to want something, because only 2 tablespoons gives you 8 grams of protein, and that is quite a bit for such a small amount. And that's it. How do you use your peanut butter powders? I have used them a few different ways in cooking and baking and glazes and stuff, but do you have other ways that you use it? It could definitely help somebody else. Please leave a comment down below if you have a different way to use it. We are all here to help each other, and that is my most favorite thing about this channel, is everyone is so kind and helpful. You guys are amazing. You are what makes this channel good. And that is it for today. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe. We'll see you in the next video. Bye.